I'm going to be doing some experiments on graphing Plato's Republic. What you see already written down are aristocracy, timocracy, democracy, oligarchy, and tyranny. For a brief explanation for those that might be stumbling upon this, aristocracy is defined by Plato as the rule of the best in the best interests of the greater society. B, democracy is rule by a criterion in which the rulers are chosen by honorableness, which I think, in my own personal opinion, there's nothing to verify this, is in one sense a theocracy. Can be synonymous with a theocracy. C, democracy, where the criterion is popularity, according to Plato. D, an oligarchy, where the criterion for rule is wealth, the rich rule. And E, tyranny, where the criterion for rule is absolute power. So now to graph. So we have 5 elements. These 5 elements, Plato asserts that they flow into, they can, essentially his primary one is aristocracy. So we'll start with that. A. And he asserts that through a series of changes, the Republic can go from A downward. So we will do into B, C, D, E. That's one possible way. And then as such, it's very possible that A can likewise connect, as well as B, as well as C, and therefore that is one construct of the Republic. I'm going to introduce, in graphing, you can do however you want. So I'm going to introduce something that I think is more practical, and I believe when I present it, the relevance will be self-evident. So we'll do A, and I'm going to do equal spacing. B, I'm going to, by I obviously, C, D, and E. You already know what shape has been taken. It should be a given, as penta is exactly what this construct is. Now, first of all, he connects aristocracy as the primary one, so each form of these lower governments should have a direct route towards aristocracy. Now, in Plato's notion, it would appear that he's saying we'll make F the Republic. Plato then asserts in one sense that F, the aristocracy, leads to the proper republic, the proper functioning republic. But these are all elements as well. So what I want to do here, so we've got these here. This is my proposal. We're going to do this again. A, B, C, D, E. The assertion that I make are that the concept of the re, there's the public, and when you apply the re, just like in volution or revolution, you can move by volution or you can move by revolution. So in that context, I assert that yes, it is true, A is connected to each of these, but likewise, each is also connected to the other. And so we also have and I would like to point out that this shape is extremely relevant in Western civilization's construct of the Republic. It holds great significance in the party emblems that exist, as well as the flag, each state of the United States represented by this shape. So while from a religious purview, as the Western civilization is primarily Abrahamic, is 100% Abrahamic for the most part, this shape with the lines going through it tends to be associated with evil, the Antichrist, or the devil. Without the lines, this shape is deemed honorific, special, significant, and a designation of each state being a great thing, an achievement. Each star is basically an achievement. I would like to also note in my own personal observations that while when you in the other dynamic is that a lot of Christians hold that this shape's relevance has to do with the positioning. And I would like to note that there's only one place from what I've seen, in any of the government emblems or party emblems or religious emblems in the United States that are considered mainstream or of the status quo, in which you find this shape in this angle, in this position. And that is when you look at the Republican National Party's emblem with the elephant. It has three inverted pentagrams, which a pentagram is a star, whether you like it or not. And what that means is I really don't give a rat's ass. I say it's a Freudian slip, but that's okay. Now, here's the question is, where is the Republic here? I would argue that Plato might want to say that the Republic is in the center. And that likewise, all connect to the Republic. And you know, that's quite possible. But I also want to propose, here's a A running out here, that's okay. Switcherooski. A, B, C, D, E. I'm not even going to do that. Boom, 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 boom. From what I gather is that these are all fully functioning at all times, and because in actuality they're only perceptions of the means of control from different angles, from different points. But meanwhile, I would say that this is their relationship to the Republic. Arguably, questionably, there might be lines, connecting points, putting them into the Republic as a whole. And I would, if anything, I would assert that these lines that connect it are the bar. As in, yes, the bar association. Or where you can do the bar or the barrier. The barrier to... Now, this is a means of rule. Rule is all based on force. The concept of a revolution, if you want to see how the republic works, this is a revolution. There you go. Democracy is in control. There you go. Democracy. Oh, what do you know? The oligarchs. Now they're here. Oh, now here's tyranny. Oh, and we're back to the way Plato wants it. Oh, so this is essentially what a revolution is. It stays all within the confines of the republic through the ultimate means, which is the bar, the barrier, and what is masqueraded as justice, which is just reduced down to legal procedures and mere opinions, such as seen by everything delivered the opinion of the court. For there is no justice in the presence of mere opinion. And that might be hard to understand or to grasp because of the reality that we live in, but that's the gist of it. I would also like to assert that in my personal observations, the republic is synonymous with fascism. And if you understand, fascism is not Nazism. Nazism is a offstruck of fascism. Fascism is binding rods. And if you look at the back of a penny, the old what they call the Liberty Head pennies, some argue that the head is actually Mercury, the god of commerce, but they wanted to make sure that it was a liberty. The back, you see this emblem here, and this is also, if you see the Washington Monument with George Washington, and his hand is placed on one of these, and you have here, and you have leather straps, and these are rods that are bound together with the leather strap, and then you have an axe head, and sometimes they can even have another axe head on the bottom. But these are also the symbols that are inside the House of Representatives. This is considered the universal symbol of fascism. It is not originated. Fascism did not originate with Mussolini. Fascism was originated by Rome. And I believe I'm asserting through graph form that this is visualization of binding rods. And the leather, and and here's the other catch too, is the process, in the process of revolution, there's a two-way street. Each one of these is a two-way street. So going one way is supposed to be war, and the return effect is alleged to be liberty. And that is the construct for all of them. You can likewise blow these up and see inside of them, and you will see A, C, B, and E all vying against each other in the absence of what appears to be supremacy, and this is the perception mode again, so that constant tension is maintained. And again, I draw from Bruce Lee. Tension is the means of creating control. So you could do that in all of these. You have A, B, C, D. But you never have any of these vying with F, because they all are within F. Now, I would say to pay tribute to my master and teacher, Henry David Thoreau, the duty of civil disobedience is over here, out here. And the people that are the only ones that are aware of this, and that have the remnant of this, the memory of this, and that can infect this, are tribal societies, are indigenous Aboriginal societies that are completely, what this intends to do, what the intentions are all nice, but the Aboriginal society, which is a total what we consider egalitarian, this is designed to supposedly create an egalitarian society. An Aboriginal society out of Australia, for instance, it was they don't even have a word for thank you, because the concept of generosity is so foreign to them, because why would you not just do it? They don't need the thought of it, and they are the most ancient unknown thread of civilization, and they are dying at a rate of 2 per week under the horrific genocidal practices that are being perpetrated against them from the children of England, which are masqueraded as Australians, just like South Africans. The white people there are fighting for their right to live in South Africa under their claim that they were there before any black people. And just like in America and Canada, you have the Canadians, which are nice, that they are fighting to preserve Canada at the expense of the indigenous people there by exploiting their land. And we have the shale gas thing with the XL pipeline, as well as in America, where you have white liberal Americans fighting to preserve in their democracy, which conserves the republic at the expense of the indigenous people. And the cost has been that this structure has brought humanity as a whole to the brink of, not even to the brink, we have over the threshold of extinction. And moving forward, the children of all people have only one thing left, and that is to learn how to die and enter extinction with dignity, which has been the point of the lesson in the first place. It's just now it's a lot more brutal. So there's my take. I hope this was informative.